Our next guests are no stranger to being guests on a television show. You may have watched them on Lifetime's new show, Your Mama Don't Dance. Former ABC student Nicole Nastemski and her father paired up to compete against other father-daughter pairs in a family-oriented dance competition, someone like the show Dancing with the Stars. Nicole attended Gonzalez Elementary School, Carmenita Middle School, and my alma mater, Cerritos High School, and graduated from Long Beach State with a degree in modern dance. Contestants were flown in from all across the U.S. 5 female dancers danced with their fathers, and 5 male dancers danced with their mothers as they vied for praise from the judges and for America's votes to become the grand champions of Your Mama Don't Dance. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the now famous dancing duo and proud product of the ABC Unified School District, father and daughter pair Michael and Nicole Nastemski. Wow. So you guys danced together.
We sure did.
Let's not skip right past the fact that you're a mighty don like myself.
Hey.
Nice. See, look what happens. Cerritos High School, now you're a superstar.
You know,
Nice.
big things.
Oh, absolutely. Now you graduated in
2000.
Okay, so you've been out a little bit. Yeah, had a chance to go to Long Beach State.
Right.
Learn, really kind of get squared down with the modern dance over there.
Yeah, definitely learned my technique in dance from there. And then when I was in a school, moved to LA, danced for the LA Clippers Spirit for 2 years.
Oh, cool.
And now just did the show. It was on Bring It On, In It to Win It, the last Bring It On movie.
I was going to be in that one too.
I know.
Because I saw you
I
at
was
the
wondering why you
audition.
weren't there.
I know, but then you made the cut, and they're like, you, not so fast.
Right.
And they totally, oh man.
You were really close, though.
I
Maybe the
know.
next one.
So, I think this whole show, the premise of the show, we see kind of a lot of dance shows on TV, as mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Dancing with the Stars, and there's lots of competition shows, of course. It's very popular.
Yeah.
But the thing I really thought was neat about this show is kind of the idea that the pairing wasn't known right up front.
No.
And so maybe,
Sneaky.
Nicole, yes, you can explain how it kind of came to be.
Well, yeah, so I got sent out on this audition from my dance agency to go to a new reality dance show. So I was like, what the heck, I'll go and see
Were you not
what
that
this is
interested
about.
at first?
No, I'm not really, wasn't ever really into being in like a reality kind of show.
Sure.
And, you know, just happened to do it, made it all the way through these interviews and whatnot, and had no clue that at the same time my dad was going through interviews as well and auditions. And so, you know, I ended up finding out that I got this job and was gonna go to do my first week of like promos and publicity and all that stuff. So they have me on stage, do a little solo, talking to the host, which was Ian Ziering, and the choreographer Marguerite Derricks, who worked on the show with us. And they're like, all right, well, I want you to turn around and meet who your dance partner's gonna be. So, you know, curtain goes up.
And
I
it's
have no
Papa.
idea. Yeah, and then there's Dad, like, hey.
And you're like, nah, but seriously, Dad, you're going to bring out the actual dance partner, right? And then it was like,
Oh no, I knew
it's
it
this
was
guy.
no joke. I mean, cameras on, lights, like, yeah, it was crazy.
What was that face like?
Ugh.
Yeah.
I knew she'd be amazed. I knew it would be,
Well, was a dream come true.
well, not to dance with me, but
Play
to
along.
be on the
play
show.
along.
But I think she was, once she got over the shock of it, then she realized it'll be really fun.
After the
It'll be
CPR
fun.
kicked in.
Yeah, I really, this is a whole nother show than I thought it was going to be. You know, here
Right.
we are sizing up the other dancers in the room before we're going down to meet our dance partners, thinking like, okay, this person. And then when it's like, oh, you're dancing with your parent, it's not even about the competition anymore.
Now it's
you
about
know?
the comedy.
Exactly.
Sweet.
I like to call it entertainment.
Yeah, absolutely. Dance entertainment. That's really what it is. So, Michael, how was your, I mean, you have next to no formal dance training, correct?
It is no dance.
As it turns out, 0 dance training.
No, it
And-
was probably the hardest thing I've ever done. I'm very athletic. I've played all the sports, but this was tougher than anything I've ever had to learn because I had to learn it in such a short period of time.
Right.
I have a choreographed routine to learn inside of 7 days to perform on national TV, and I'm not a dancer.
Yeah, no stress in that at all.
Yeah.
Not at all, huh?
And then put on this pink sequin shirt and smile a lot. You know?
You wore a pink sequin shirt.
Disco
Disco
night,
week.
For disco
Oh,
week,
yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Yes.
shirt. It's one of
He
my
was
favorites.
a trooper.
Oh, you know the greatest thing about this is it's available on the internet, which means that they're forever.
It's there forever.
Yep. Can never go away.
Good old YouTube.
Yes. Yes. Anytime you're kind of feeling down, you just click, click, like a dad in the shirt.
Well, just seeing it on the internet was awe-inspiring to me.
Yeah.
And also being on Chelsea Lately or Talk Soup.
Oh,
where
yeah.
They showed clips of.
That's pretty good then.
Yeah,
that
it
was to me was unbelievable.
Yeah, now you're
Yep.
like local star and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And you didn't know that you looked that good in the pink sequence either. You're like, well, that looks pretty good.
I felt fairly confident wearing it.
Nice, nice. So, like you said, it was really this high pressure situation, and luckily you kind of had the athletic background, because I would
Right.
think for some of those parents maybe
Right.
who did not have the athleticism, you add that whole kind of stamina part to it, and that would be really grueling.
Which was the big thing, because the stamina is, you wouldn't believe how much stamina it takes to dance for 2 minutes.
I
It's
mean,
amazing.
I mean, I had some back, before I was doing this.
Right.
I had a little bit of a dance career, and it was cut short by an injury. I know, don't bring it up. It's so hard to talk about anyway. So I know, you're right, that you would think, oh, just prancing around, easy, schmeezy peasy. No, no.
Oh no, and because he was an athlete, then I'm so much smaller than him. They made him like the lift guy.
Oh, he
so
was
our thing
always-
was partnering. So they made him toss me around and do things. And I mean, it's not just the one time doing it performance. It's like the 4 hours every day of rehearsing it that
Right.
is
Yeah.
the most grueling. So to do things over and over and over, it's like
4 hours of the studio and then a couple hours on my own. At the end of the day, my body was just so tired.
Wrecked, I bet.
needed to just lay down and just like melt.
Did it make you think back of like maybe when you were in high school or college, if you had played sports then, and just like, you come back from a big game and you're kind of tired.
Yeah.
And this was like that times 10.
Yeah, same type feeling when you're totally spent. Every muscle hurts, you've given it everything, and you're tired. And that's just rehearsal.
Well, and the nice thing is, you get to do it all again tomorrow.
You get to
Yeah,
do it all
exactly.
at once, right? And they film every minute of it
They
because
do.
it's a reality show, looking for any little comedy that might
Yes.
occur.
Oh, yeah.
And there was plenty of that.
I'm sure. So it was kind of a weekly show where
Right.
you would probably be given, well, you probably could better explain it to me. What was kind of the basic format week to week of the show?
So we would go in the morning and pull songs out of a hat, and for whatever style that was, these songs were previously picked. So we would get our song, which would then tell us who our choreographer was.
Okay.
And then so immediately we'd be going into a studio and rehearse for about 3 hours and learn our dance for the most part. And then we would have rehearsals every day after that for about 3 hours. And then in the midst of that, we would have, interviews to do and other types of like reality things for our
Right,
packages and
right.
whatnot. But for the most part, we were really focusing on learning that dance, and we would go into wardrobe and that stuff. And then the kids, the professional dancers, would have an opening number, like production number,
Okay.
as well. So we would have a day, like a whole day, that we would just be learning that. And then I think on Wednesday we would go and do like our dry run and on
Right.
blocking and all that stuff. And Thursday we would do a dress rehearsal, and then the audience would come in and we would
You
tape the
shoot
show.
on Thursday then?
Yep. Friday
Wow.
to Thursday. Friday we get our dance, and Thursday we're doing a show.
Now, did each group, so you said each group kind of pulled a song out of a hat.
Uh-huh.
So on a show, it wouldn't be that, okay, this is the disco show where everyone was performing the same style. It would be each group had a different style that they were performing.
No. It would be disco week, and then all of us
Okay.
would pull out different.
You just have
disco
different songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. That would seem to make more sense. Otherwise, you're kind of judging apples and oranges if everyone's kind of doing something.
Yeah, no, we did jazz, disco, ballroom, and hip hop,
Yeah.
and then we got that's when we got eliminated, and then we learned a Broadway routine, but we didn't get to do it for TV. And then the final episode was whatever style you wanted to do.
And you would have chose hip hop again.
No, we wouldn't have.
You
No.
mean your hip hop moves are not quite up to
58-year-old guys, white guys doing hip hop. Just
that.
I got my hip hop flavor from the Filipino side.
Ah.
Needless to say.
People, the folks at home, if you want to see some clips, you can go to www.mylifetime.com and check on the Your Mama Don't Dance icon, and you can see some clips of our guests, which would be awesome. And if you're willing, Nicole, like I said, before my injury,
Right.
I was known to dance. I don't know if maybe you'd like to take a little spin around our linoleum.
Okay, I can,
You willing to do that?
see what you got.
Okay. I don't want to show off, but I will. Again, I will. So, the good people out in the world who are watching via the computer, via their home cable feed, please stay tuned because really the best is yet to come.